Hi everyone. I just thought I'd have a play today and see what I came up with by starting with some scrapbook paper from my stash, and I didn't apply any gesso because I knew I was going to use some matte medium to apply the scrap paper. And I'm using blues and browns again, my favourite colour combo. I don't know that a bit of text appears after all the layers, but anyway, it's there. So now I'm applying a whitewash of gesso and water just to push it into the background a bit more so it's not so prominent, because it is just a background. So I'm taking the Tim Holtz Attic Treasures stamp set, the script stamp from that set, and just stamped it using archival, jet black archival ink, and taking some flourishes from Inkadinkado's dot flourish set and stamping those with some jet black archival. So here comes the paint to cover it all over, so using shades of brown and blue and a little tiny bit of green blue, and just dry brushing it on there. It's what's today? Monday. So pretty much we're just starting daylight savings. So I'm outside enjoying the last bit of the daylight. The sun's finally been out today after a week or more of rain. Right, so now that I've put that background down, I'm adding some black circles. Just, oh, it's actually Payne's grey. Using a used tape roll. And now adding some magicals powder in the guten teal, so still in the same colour zone that I've been in here for the background. And I'm applying that for a reason, because it is reactive with anything that goes over the top of it, and so's the spray here. So this is the Bayou Boogie Gold by Lindy's Stamp Gang. And now applying some titanium white with a palette knife just into that center area, leaving a bit of the outside edges showing, and adding some blue to it. And I probably went a bit too far with the blue because I do end up covering it over in a minute, but I think I covered too much of it up. Anyway, just playing, see what I come up with. So I'm taking some Naples yellow hue and adding some titanium white to it, just to give it an off-white tone, bring back the warm colours. And you'll see there where most of the blue gets disappeared, but there's a bit in there. Birds are a bit noisy this afternoon. I think they're enjoying the sunshine, well, the lack of rain, because the sun's just set. So now I'm just wiping off any seepage over the opposite sides of that page, and by closing it while it was still fairly damp, gave it some texture. So now I'm inking up a time travel stencil by the Crafters Workshop using some burnt umber, acrylic paint. And you'll see how I really hold it on the one side of the page when it's going over that center area. It's really difficult to stencil. So just make sure you hold it on the side you're stenciling completely, and then on the other side do the same thing. So taking the Emma stencil by the Crafters Workshop and using the deep turquoise acrylic to go over the top of that. Now, I should have probably painted the face, sort of give it a bit of colour and a bit more depth rather than see through over that timepiece stenciled area, but I'm still not confident of doing that. I need a lot more practice. So I lost a lot of the warmer colours when I did that, so I'm adding the spray again um, just to give it some warmth. Alright, so taking my Distress Oxides and just applying that onto a piece of lightweight cardstock, and in the browns and blues again, and then I will spritz it with water, run the paper towel over it, give it some texture, and now I'm using a black fine point Sharpie pen to write the quote. Who needs music on your videos when they got the birds singing in the background? Yeah, I decided to write this myself, but given that it wasn't a large quote or title, rather than printing it on the computer, on the printer. Duh. So just tearing that out now. And inking the edges with the oxide ink. And I thought it needed a bit of interest around it, so stamped a cog and gear background stamped by Paper Artsy, and I'll just offset it there. So I thought, oh well, can't just have it in the one place, I'll have it around the edges as well, those cogs. So adhering that title to the page with some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and taking the Prussian Blue wax pastel by Reeves and just giving it a soft border edge around it. And no page is complete without some splats, using Mars Black acrylic paint and water and a fan brush. And it's done. Okay, thanks for watching guys, and I'll be back next week with another video. Bye.